Hello, and welcome to part 65 of the American Show. Now let's begin. So, Susan was getting up from bed, and she was looking forward to having this team meeting that she's going to be having about her show. And she's going to have to break the news that she's going to be splitting her time between the American show and the Susan Queen show, of course. So she eats some cereal and a granola bar and some milk, of course. And she goes off to her car. She gets into her car and she just drives off without saying goodbye to her mom or dad. She's she knows that her dad is already there, but she wanted to say goodbye to her mom, but she was in a hurry. She was way too excited to go to the meeting, and so she just didn't. And as so before she was going to drive to work for the meeting, she decided that she was going to call her. She said, "Hi, I'm sorry I didn't call you earlier. I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye to you before I went to work, but I am now, and I just wanted to say I love you and see you later, Mom," she says. And then her mom says, "Well, see you later, darling. I'll see you when you get home." And then she hangs up the phone, of course. Then she is driving, so she puts the car in the ignition. She is about to drive, and that's what she does. She drives to work for a couple hours until finally she gets to her destination, which is the Alpha Queen Studios, and she has not, and she's arrived early. Everybody else was just, you know, showing up to the meeting at the same time as she was, of course. So she gets to the studio. She uh, mm, she sees all all of the cars pulling up next to her, of course, and she is saying hi to them, saying hello to them. They're all greeting each other, and then they just walked into the studio together. The Alpha Queen beforehand had made sure that the meeting was going to be comfortable for all involved, and if they didn't have some donuts or something like that, that they would have donuts there at the office, of course, where they would be having the meeting, where they would be having the meeting. Sorry. So they sit down on the table and chairs, of course, and they're just talking. And the attention quickly is on Susan, and that's when she gives the announcement. Okay, guys. Um, as you well know from the news, Randy Gold is injured, and she won't be doing the American show for a couple weeks. hopefully she will get better soon, and I will be back full time. Which brings me to my announcement. I am going to be splitting my time between the American show and our show, the Citizen Queen show. And then everybody was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Um, I, and then everybody was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. And then the one girl says, are you going to be okay? I mean, I'm getting a little bit concerned. And of course, Susan says, no need to be concerned. I got this. I know it's gonna be hard for me, and I know it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to get by to do these two shows. But I assure you, everything's gonna be fine. Nothing is going to change. The only thing I will change is my quality. If it seems like the show, my show, our show, is well off, well we're just gonna have to deal with it. I mean, it's the only thing that I can do right now, and so I just want to do this, you know. I feel like I need to do this for my friend and the show that I hope that you both all love, as well as much and if not more than I do. So yes, I will be splitting my focus of the American show and our show, but I assure you, this is not going to affect the show at all. Period. So you have nothing to worry about, and I'll have everything to worry about. But that's not a big deal to me because I can handle it. Excuse me. She says. Any more questions? And then Parker says, okay, I I have one question. Yes, Parker. Susan says, well, I just um, are you going to be a little bit tired? Are you going to need some help with the energy? I mean, energy wise, if you don't mind, because this is affecting my paycheck too, and everybody on the American show's paycheck also. And I'm just a little bit concerned that if you waste your energy on our show and then not give your full attention to the American show, then that would tank the show and vice versa. And she just flat out said, well, flat flat out says, I don't know. I have no idea. Are we gonna do all this? All there is something. Okay, okay. I don't know, but what I do know is that I'm going to have to do this. You know what I mean? Like if I waste my energy and if I burn out, of course, that's on me. That's not on you. That's on me. And you can make sure you will make sure you blame me. Tell tell the people who don't like our show anymore. Ever since I took over for the American show and split my focus between this show and the American show, to blame me for this. This is my fault. I decided that I was gonna do this. So don't. So when they blame you, don't let them put all the blame on me, cause this is my fault. If and only if the show or well shows fail. And not to mention, not to mention, it's going to be temporary. And so Parker, what I'm trying to say is that it's going to be temporary, my girl. It's going to be temporary. She will come back. I'm not worried about that at all. Or at least I'm not trying to. Does that answer your question? Or do you need more? And then Parker says, no. Yeah, I think I have my answer. I hope, I really am going to try my hardest for you too. I hope you appreciate that. And then Susan says, me too. And I hope you appreciate what I'm doing too. And then she asks any more questions, and everybody and everybody said no. And then just a statement. Everybody says, well, then one by one said they stood up their chairs and says thank you. And then another girl says thank you. And another girl says thank you. And as she was saying you're welcome to every single one of them, Alpha Queen comes into the meeting just to check up on the people. And then he leaves. And then of course they were like, okay, um, okay, this is going to end badly. Um, 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 oh my god, I forgot her name. Purple, Purple says to herself, and then she said it to the rest of the meeting. She says, Purple says, this is going to end badly, but I hope it doesn't. And then everybody laughs and laughs and laughs and laughs. And then Susan says, me too, girl. Me too. And then after that, everybody is leaving because it's Apple Day. They just came and broke the law for a meeting, of course. And of course, and of course, the Alpha Queen called the cops because, as we all know, it's against the law to break the meeting, to break everyday rules just because you wanted to have a meeting. And so, as a father and as a person, and as a American citizen and a sweet town citizen since forever, he called the cops, enforcing the law, and so the cops shows up, and so the cops show up, right? And of course, they knew what they were doing was wrong, and so every single one of them was arrested and sent to jail for a couple of minutes, for a couple of hours actually. So so every single one of them go to jail, and of course for a couple hours they stay in the jail for a couple hours, and then for a couple more hours they just talk. They just talk to each other, like shooting the breeze and all that stuff. Just talking all day, and then after the hours are up, they got to go home after that. So they got to go home and they go to their separate cars. Susan goes to her car, and the rest of the crew of the Susan Quinn show go to their respective cars, and they all drive home. All of them drive home to their separate homes, in case it wasn't clear to you. And so it was. Susan is going to do two shows, the American show and her own show, for a couple weeks at least. So she goes home, she opens the door, she you know, she she sits on the couch after a long day, and her dad shows up after he put them in jail for a couple hours. She says she says to him, although I do respect what you did, and I am okay with what you did. Um, you're wrong, and I have feelings, and I appreciate what you did, but what the hell, man? What the sweet hell? And then he says, I was just doing my duty. And that's the point, she says. Thank you, but what the hell? Thank you, but what the hell? And then she says, I forgive you. And then she hugs him. And then they sit down on the couch together, spending the rest of the night watching TV. And then a police officer notices that they don't have apples, of course. Grabbed the two, well, he grabbed, you know, came to their door, of course, and gave them apples to eat while they were eating, while they were watching TV. I should say. And then the police officer leaves the house, and then they laugh, and they spend the rest of the day eating the apples and watching television together. To be continued. To be continued. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, share the video if you want, and subscribe to my channel once again. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.